never have million trillion years would I ever thought I'd be making no video like this. Never think it's gonna happen to you. But it did. It happened to me. 3 bikes. All my riding gear. All my tools. Same night. That's not it. My car, total. My Mustang. Yeah, I've seen it. It's total. They say strongest battles for the strongest soldiers, right? Who signed me up? Let me know. Let me talk to him. Cause I didn't sign up for this. All I could do is laugh and push through it, but it ain't funny. It's man, let's talk about it. When this incident first happened, you know, one of my best friends, brothers, Joe, told me to make this video, and first I'm like, hell, I ain't doing that. Definitely ain't doing that. Didn't even really want to talk about it. Didn't even want to think about it. But once something consumes your life, it's hard not to think about it, hard not to talk about it, hard not to be about it. After a while, after I started to cope with it and get better, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, whatever you want to say, I just decided I would eventually do it, kind of like as my own little therapy session. I don't even know if this video gonna get out, but if it is out, that means that I did have the courage, or whatever you want to call it, to really talk about it to a bunch of strangers. And it also means that I put out all the videos that I have already in my hard drive, or the videos that I want to put out, feel like putting out, not including a bunch of riding videos that I have on my new bike, the 636 I'm talking about, and other stuff. But yeah, this is pretty much the intro to the end. You guys have been tuning in for a while for these last 3 years. These last 300 plus videos, you've realized that like bikes is what I do. Bikes, starting with the bicycle builds that I did, all the SC bikes, all the mountain bike to BMX conversions I did, all the how-to videos I did, and pretty much, you know, my channel revolves around like me wanting basically to help. For the most part, I've always wanted to, like, I didn't even realize that I like teaching and like showing people, but it's more so I just like to help. It's just in my nature, it's how I was raised, and just with my knowledge, I'm always up to something. And then once I really start getting into bikes, that really just kind of like became my life. Bike life is not just a thing, it really becomes a lifestyle. Like, yeah. Sorry if I'm rambling on. I just, like I said, this is kind of a therapy session, kind of just venting. I've never actually done real therapy or any counseling or anything ever in my life, but I don't know, I'm considering it. A lot of people say they do and had positive results. But like I said, I have a 300 plus videos of me showing me building bikes, dirt bikes, me moving from the pedal bikes to the dirt bikes to sports bikes, and a lot of hard work, you know, a lot of dedication, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to like earn these things. It's not nothing that you can just buy overnight. My pedal bike and those bills were expensive, and my dirt bikes, those cost, and like, yeah. But yeah, let's get to the story. About, the incident. My life got flipped, turned upside down. I'd like to take a minute, just sit right here and tell you how I became a monster, somewhat of a monster. I don't want to say that, man. I don't want to be negative, but I don't know. Yeah. But like I said, this is, after all this, I don't know. I just don't have it much in me, much energy to like make YouTube videos anymore. I am gonna keep all the videos I have up, cause it's just like what really just kept me even going. Like if you see, I got 300 plus videos over these last 3 years, and I don't even have 1,000 subscribers. I'm still not monetized. I don't make nothing from none of this, but like I'm always up to something. I just pull my camera out, pull my phone out, and then every once in a while, at least like once a month or once every 6 weeks, 5-6 weeks or so, like I get messages. Well, not messages, I get comments on my video like, man, I appreciate this video, man, this helped me a lot, man, I learned something, man, can you explain this further and stuff like that. So like me just being able to help, like that just keeps making me make videos. I've been wanting to stop, and I have actually stopped. If you go look, I've had big gaps where I wasn't making videos, but like I said, I keep getting that motivation to help people, and that's just what I like to do. But it's pretty much coming to an end. May 9th. Actually, let's start before then. I'm a spring baby, getting ready for my birthday. It's about 3 weeks before my birthday, May 1st, if anybody wants to know. May Day baby. Yeah, May 1st. I was getting ready for my birthday actually, and the first incident, I went out to my work truck. If you don't know, I fix things for a living. That's why a lot of this comes easy to me. That's why a lot of the tools, I just had from over the years, it just, always working. It's what I do for a living. It's what I've done professionally for the last 10 years. And ever since I was 5, when my pops first taught me how to fix my own bicycle, because he was tired of me asking, tired of me breaking stuff. Just, and moving up from bikes to small engines to cars to back to motorcycles to back to bikes, then back to dirt bikes and stuff like that. But wake up, regular day, go out to my work van, head to a HEB where I was supposed to be doing some work. I get all the way out there. This is, I think it's Conroe. I think where I live in the Jersey Village area. This is Houston, if you don't know. College, that's me saying. You live in the Jersey Village going to Conroe, it's about an hour or so. So I get to work, and I actually go in and talk to the customer, see what's wrong, see the problem. Go back out to my van, open the door, bam, empty. They clean me out. 2 full sets of tools. A lot of my personal tools, a lot of work provided tools, a lot of equipment, HVAC equipment, HVAC isn't exactly what I do, but I do some HVAC stuff. I'm EPA certified, but just a lot of expensive tools. If you know anything about tools, they're expensive. You don't just go and buy tools because it's way too expensive to do. What you do over the years, as you need them, you buy. As you're working, you make lists. And what I try to do is like every 2 weeks, I'll try to like go buy a tool or put money towards my tool front, and just like over the past decade plus, I just been accumulating tools, and they clean me out, all my work tools. We're talking that is $1,000 worth, man. Yeah, that was a tough pill to swallow, but my pops always told me, I always keep a rainy day fund. I always keep, savings account. I always have some money ready for emergencies. So still wasn't able to replace all these tools and all the equipment, all the parts to fix. They stole parts to fix equipment and fix machines. They don't even know what it is. They just saw some stuff and just cleaned out my van. Whatever. I don't know if I left the van open. I don't know if they broke in. I mean, it was some evidence of them like trying to break into the van or whatever. But anyway, I put in a police report. Police tell me like, yeah, you know, they've been hitting work vans, work trucks in the area. Open up the Ring app, the neighborhood app, whatever you want to call it. If you have the Ring doorbell camera, on the Ring app, they pretty much tell you what's going on in the area. People say, you know, a lot of nosy people not minding their business, and other people, you know, just saying what's going on, crime and stuff. But I saw a lot of reports, man. These people just broke into my van. Look at these people are checking doors. These people are doing this, but like, one reason they're doing it is because the police ain't doing nothing about it, man. Like, that's one of the main reasons I'm making this video, is to even spread awareness. If I can help one person, just one person, to just help spread awareness to try to protect your hard-earned items and what you worked for, just do that. But yeah, so it was just happening in my area, and this didn't even straighten me away. I've been in that apartment that I'm no longer at, as you can see from the people that's been tuning in. This is a new garage, don't look the same. You see the moving box in the back. I ain't finished pretty much moving yet, but yeah. Even getting all my tools cleaned out my garage, cleaned out my work, man, that still didn't like, I'm moving, I'm getting away from the area. It was just like, shit happens, let me replace what I can, and then bigger items I'll just save up for, whatever. So 3 weeks after this is when, you know, my life really got flipped upside down. May 9th. It's crazy because on my birthday, first of all, I don't take many pictures. I don't post much on social media. If you guys check my social media, more than anything, I'm posting like videos of me like fixing bikes, rebuilding bikes, all my builds and rebuilds and stuff like that. But like, I don't know. It was just like my grandmother, not long before my birthday, she was like trying to show some of our relatives, like, you know, just some pictures of us. And I didn't have no pictures like recently, from almost like a year or two. Like, I hadn't took a picture of myself or been in any pictures, good pictures I could find for like a year or two. So I'm like, okay, it's my birthday. First time shopping in like over a year. I went and bought like a couple new outfits, some new jeans. I hadn't bought no jeans in a while, some new t-shirts and stuff, you know. And then I you know, posted some pictures on my Instagram. I might post it up here, I might not, we'll see. But I posted a picture of myself with my bikes. My 636, my KX450, and my XR100 supermoto that I had just finished. My KX450 that I had just rebuilt the top end, you know, new rings, piston, everything. I just wanted to get ready for the summer. I had my new 636. I'm like, man, this is gonna be a great summer. 636 is gonna be outside. I'm gonna be riding down the street. The 450 is cleaned up. I had a new plastics, got the little panda theme going on. The XR100, I got a supermoto, cool little mini bike to have fun. I didn't want to get a grind like everybody's saying, whatever. I wanted like something like a mid-sized bike. So I went with the XR100, the second one that I had. Sold the first one from Smurfette. If you guys know about that one, I might post a picture of that, but it's on my YouTube, whatever, you can go look. But posted a picture, you know, me chilling with all my bikes, you know, the cool uncle, as I like to brag about. But yeah, that was on the first when I posted that, and 8 days later, May 9th, 5:52 a.m. I got a notification. I got a text message. And I usually don't even check my text messages in the morning, because it's usually my bank telling me like, yeah, this is your regular. I don't know why they send them that early, but this is your balance. Or it's just like my grandmother sometimes texts me early when she gets up, like, good morning, you know, whatever. But this was an odd time, and it just felt like odd. So I just checked my my text message, and the message said 636 left home. It's a brand new bike, first brand new anything I ever bought. So I'm like, we ain't just gonna air tag with this. We gonna get a real GPS. I'm gonna make sure it's one of those that, has an internal battery. It runs off the regular battery, but it has an internal battery that stays on for a long time. Here's it right here. I'm gonna post it up. The GPS that I had at the time, and and you can set a geofence around wherever you want. I set it around my house and my job, so whenever I left, it says going to work, leaving work, or 636 went home, 636 left home. So good GPS. It's 4G, I think 5G, whatever, satellite. You can take it overseas, in the water. It works good. So it's a monthly subscription you have to pay, and that's that. You're investing in a brand new bike. Why not? Investing in a brand new car, anything valuable, I should say, stuff, especially these motorsports. Get a real GPS, not an air tag. And I'm about to tell you in a minute why. But 636 left home. You get something like that, bro. First you're like, what? Then it just wakes you up. You're like, bro, huh? My 636 kind of left home because I ain't leave the crib. I haven't left home yet. How? But it did. What anybody would do, especially in Texas, first thing I do is grab my gun. At this point, it was kind of hot, so I was sleeping with, not too many clothes on. So I basically just throw some shorts on, throw my shoes on, no socks, grab my gun, run outside to my garage, and see that it's empty. And it's crazy because I didn't even register at my other two bikes yet. All I saw was my 63. I just thinking my 63, my brand new bike. Where's my brand new bike? No, actually, I didn't even run to my garage yet. I'm like, I know it's gone, so let me go out. I run to the front gate. As I'm getting to the front gate, I see a white Suburban leaving. Like the gate is still opening. It hasn't opened all the way to pulling up to the gate. It's a white Suburban, but I couldn't see inside the vehicle. That's the only reason why I didn't blast, because it could have been one of my neighbors getting up for work. Maybe had kids in the car. It could have been anything. I couldn't see. It's dark. It's 5:50 in the morning. It's semi-dark. Sun's about to come up. I can't see in it, so I was just like, fuck. Should I shoot? Should I? I was on the verge. I'm like, but I didn't. But I saw, so they pull off, and what makes me kind of think that I should have shot at it, they got down the street and honked twice. I don't know if that was a honk, a honk telling their family that they're goodbye or whatever, but it's just I don't know. So they're going, and so I run back through my apartment. There's a little gas station right by I can't think right. There's a gas station right on the corner where my apartment was, and we have a gate that people have cut out holes in the gate so they can just easily get to the gas station. So yeah, I climbed through the little hole in the gate because I'm checking my phone, and it shows real time, but it shows they stopped at the gas station. And then it shows that they stopped on the other side of the expressway, because I live right on the expressway. So I don't see them at the gas station. I run across. At this point, I'm running around. I'm tired. I'm out of shape, overweight, and I'm in a lot better shape than I am now. But by default because of this incident. But so by the time I get way across the street, I'm tired. Like I'm throwing up. Like get to dry heaving. I'm so tired and throwing up. Nothing else left in my stomach. My ankles hurt because they rubbing against my shoes. Later they even end up start bleeding because I didn't even end up putting on socks. So like while I check that, I go back to my garage. Before I even open my garage, it just hit me like, hold on, my other bikes. I'm like, no, ain't no way, no way. Sure enough, it's empty. Come to find out later, not only did they take my bikes, they took my tools, took my helmet and riding gear, used my own tools to. I got some souvenirs. See, I don't even like to say that, but my bikes were in my garage. They were chained up. I had rotor locks on them and chains connected. So this is what they did to the rotor lock. This is one of the rotor locks. Still haven't got my angle grinder yet that I'm pretty sure they used to take my own shit. Cut the chains, more than one of these. I even had these wire chain locks. They were like, that's too thick, we're not cutting through that, so we're just gonna cut through that and this was what I had all the bikes chained together with. And this is just a piece of the 636. You don't have to guess. Yes, that's the handle. This was left in my garage. So somehow they were probably trying to break the steering lock on my 636 and end up breaking the handlebars, because when I end up recovering the bike, which you'll hear about in a minute, it was still locked. So I had to use my key, because I'm the rightful owner, to unlock my own shit. But how they got into my garage, I later found out, is a lot of garages, they have a bypass lock. So like, let's say the power goes out and you can't get inside the garage. These garages, they don't have a door. It's just the garage door, that's it. It's not connected to like a building or anything. They're separate garages. They're in an apartment building, but it's just a row of garages. So there's a lock in the front. I'm gonna show some pictures of the lock and several other locks after I've done some investigation in this apartment building. So they drilled out the lock. And once you drill out that lock, you're able to access the little cord that you need to pull to bypass the lock. So you drill that out, pull the cord, up goes the garage. And it's crazy because one of my neighbors, this dude that I just ride by cool with, he's into like bikes and cars. He was like, man, somebody tried to steal my old school. And what they did is they went through this same lock, bro. I'm gonna show pictures later of other garages that people were breaking into. This wouldn't have stopped them. If they wanted to get in there, they were getting in there. They targeted my apartment complex. I'm pretty sure it's some of my neighbors that lived there that had something to do with it. But that's how they got in. So back to the store. So at this point, I'm like, man, I need help. So I called 911. Actually, as I was running towards the bike, I had them on the phone like, hey, somebody broke into my garage, get somebody out. It's high call value, we can't get nobody out. Click, hung up, I ain't got time for that. By the time I get back to my house, I'm calling them again, man, y'all got anybody help me? At this point, I'm tracking them. I see my 636 on the regular GPS, and I have air tags in both my KX450 and my XR100. And they're in a place where they were really concealed very well. Let's just say that. You would basically have to take the bike apart to find these air tags. And also my GPS, you would have to take it apart. That's why they never found it. Like you would have to really take your time. They were probably in a rush because they were doing illegal activity. So, and that's what crushed me. Cause once I pinged them, 636 going that way, 450 going that way, XI1 going that way. And I believe the first one was the XI100 that was the closest. Go get my keys, hop in my car. Actually, I went after the 450. I went after the 450 first. Didn't find it. Didn't see it. Didn't see a truck or anything. I'm like, I can't sit around. I'm in this apartment complex, running circles around. I get out of the car. I'm driving around, running around looking for it. It's the 450 is pinged like 2 miles away, so I go that way. I mean the XI100. And where it's pinging, I get to it as a tire shop, but it's closed. Of course, it's 5, 6 in the morning at this point. So I kind of park on the side road, get out with my gun, running around, gates locked, that don't stop me, squeeze through the gate, I'm running. It's like one of those business parks kind of, there's a rundown, ranky-danky one though. It's a tire shop here, another parts place or whatever, but this looks like a chop shop kind of area. So I'm just looking around. So my bike, it pings in there, and then, but this is like, it had pinged like 20 minutes had gone by, maybe 30, and like, this is why I say don't use air tags, because they aren't real time, and it just wouldn't ping anymore. Like, my XR100, my KX450 still pinging to the same place, it's not updated, and the XR100 is not updated. So I'm like, bro, something's gotta give, man. I see that my 66 isn't too far, but I see it's on the move. It goes to one place, then it goes, so I'm like, man, I'm gonna stay here and I'm gonna kick some doors down. At this point, I'm gonna shoot the doors down, whatever. Like, I gotta get my shit back. So I'm at this tire shop probably 30, 45 minutes looking through, like I said, I'm looking through not just this tire shop in this little area. Like I said, it's like 8 or 9 different businesses. I'm trying to look through the windows, dust off, like I'm damn near about to break windows. So I look at it again and it looked like it had moved like from one of the little shops to like another one, like 2 doors down. So I go to that one, call the police back. I'm like, yeah. They're asking where I'm at. I tell them my new location. They're like, well, we thought you were at this other location. We thought you were at home. I'm like, no, I'm chasing my bikes. They're like, no, go back home to where I'm like, no, I am not. I'm going after my shit, bro. Like, I am not staying there. Like, why would I? So, yeah, I'm running around, and then I was just like, man, I checked my 636, it pinged. And like I said, this thing has like a real-time ping. 5 minutes later, pinged at the same location. 5 minutes later, pinged in location. I'm like, man, if it stays in this location for 5 minutes more, I gotta go, because this location is only less than 2 miles away from where I'm at. Sure enough, pinged to the same location. I'm like, all right, I'm going. I call the police. I tell them the address where it's pinging. I tell them I'm going there. At this point, I'm so angry. I'm like, whoever has my shit is going to... I don't even think you can say that on YouTube or whatever. They're getting unalived. They're getting unalived. It's too late. I'm hot. You can't stop it. Come clean them up. I'm looking around. Man. Damn. I go to the street. I don't see it. I'm like, man. But then I realize I'm on the wrong street. And it's like, I look at it because it was like Ashington Drive, and this is like Ashington Boulevard or I don't know, they were 2 real similar streets. So yeah, like the 2 streets, they were real similar. Like, I don't know, Houston does that sometimes. Like, it'll be Ashington Boulevard and Ashington Road or something like that. But I remember Ashington. Some things you'll never forget, especially with something like this, man. Ashington. So I get to the right street, I pull up in my Mustang, and I see the only brand new thing I ever bought, laying down in the back of somebody's black Ram dually truck. This point, I called the police. I'm like, I found my bike. Someone is about to get unalived. So I parked down the street. So like I passed them up. Their house is on like this. I pass by and I come and turn around. So like I'm facing 3 doors down. I can see my bike. And so I'm on the phone with the dispatch. This lady saved this man's life. She's on the phone, so like, did you get the Mustang back? I'm like, huh? Mustang? I'm in the Mustang. I went and took the Mustang. What are you talking about? So what did they take? They took motorcycles. I done told y'all 3-4 times. I done talked to several different dispatches. I have 3 bikes gone. I'm in my Mustang. I told you that I'm in my Mustang. I'm going to be driving erratically and I have a gun. Don't kill me. Kill them. That's basically why I told them that. I'm in my Mustang. Look out for me. I'm the victim here. They're the criminals. If you see me shooting at somebody, it's because I'm getting my shit back. And then like I see a lady. I'm sitting out in front of her house. She's getting out to go to work. And I just feel like, damn lady. I don't know if they, how many it is, who's here. Fight back lady. I'm like, hopefully she gets out. So I get out of my car. I'm still on the phone with the dispatch. And I go look, gun in my hand. I look in the garage. And the garage is like halfway up. I see a familiar vehicle in this garage. I'm not 100% if this person's vehicle who used to live in my apartment complex, who I've interacted with before, who I tried to help with before, fix this hoopty that I'm pretty sure was theirs in this, because he was a young black male and the criminal who ended up getting caught was a young black male, probably around the same age. I'm pretty sure it was his car. Pretty sure he had something to do with it. Pretty sure he might have been the one like, hey, you got something over there. But anyway, that like threw me off. And I'm just like, huh? He gotta get sent to his maker. Like they really think it's chicken. Like they really think I'm sweet. Like, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go back in my car. I'm like, y'all better hurry up and get here. As soon as they come out, I am blasted. So I'm talking to her on the phone. She's pissing me off. She's again telling me, so where's the money? Like, this lady's slow. I wonder if you can go and get 911 tapes. I might try to see if I can get it to see how stupid this lady is. Like, so while I'm on the phone with her, I see a young black male in a white shirt and shorts running. He comes around the corner. I'm just looking at him running up. He like runs across the street towards where the house where my bike is at in the truck. And I'm thinking like, no way. He starts running towards the truck. My eyes light up. I'm like, it's a free. I'm probably gonna blurt that out what I just said, but this is a free. Well, I'm from, that's what we call it. We get a freebie. This is a gift unto you. And here in Texas, the deputy lady was telling me they have like some new property law where you have the right to defend your properties, whether if it's your residence or not. So I'm on the phone telling the lady, I start up my Mustang, I tell the lady like, yeah, this is what's going on. It's kind of a blur what happened, but from what I remember, I think I'm like on the phone with the lady and like, I think I set my firearm down. I'm on the phone with the lady, start my car and I pull up. Cause I see him about to get in the car. Bro, you got me messed up. So I go in and I block him in. So he starts up his car. I'm like, bro, you can't go nowhere. I got you blocked in. What you finna do? I'm telling this lady, I'm like, I got him blocked in. It happened so fast, I didn't get not one shot off. I actually dropped it. Arguing with the phone. I don't even remember how it happened, but it basically, He goes, this is like I said, it's a Ram dually. He pretty much goes through my Mustang, through it, and takes off. I hop out. I'm thinking it's done. I'm like, he just went through my car. It's done. The bike gone. He gone. I didn't get no shot off. He's still alive. It's over. I didn't get the other bikes. They stopped pinging to the same place because the air tags less. What it do unless an iPhone around? I'm just like, no, I hung up. I'm like, no, I can't go out like that. I go assess the damage. I go look under my car, and it doesn't look. I see a little damage to like the frame a little bit, but it looked like I might be able to still drive. So what I do, I get some zip ties. My bumper, I'll show pictures of what my car looks like. I'll show pictures of how I found the bike in the back of the truck or whatever, and what the truck looks like. But anyway, I fix my bumper so it's not dragging the ground. I pull off a little bit, I hear a little noise, but it's drivable. So I'm like, I'm drivable. I check my phone, it's still pinging. That's why you need to get a real GPS. Emphasis on real GPS and not an air tag. Please, whatever you do, don't use an air tag. Get a real GPS because it's real time. I'm gonna show the log of it. This thing showed everywhere he went, where he stopped, how long, when he went, where he stopped. He went on tour with my bikes. I got all these locations, and that's here nor there. We're not talking about it, but anyway. Yeah. So it's still pinging real time. I get on the phone with the lady. Cause my car is not in the best shape. I can't go that fast. They call me back. So I'm like, yes, I'm still chasing him. I'm still like, okay, we got deputies out looking for her. That's not helping, lady. I need to go get mom. She's like, pull over. Tell me where you're at. Tell me. She's like, relax. This is a new dispatch. She's actually was able to. She's like, okay, look. If you have a good GPS, has real time. We got 3 to 4 deputies out who are ready, willing to help. Stop, and how about you direct us where we need to go, and we'll get there. You just said your car isn't in good shape. You ain't getting that far fast. Stop. Against my better judgment, I did just that. I pulled over, I stopped. This is where it's at. He's at this intersection. He's at a red light. He stopped. Yes, it's that accurate. He stopped. Okay, he's going northbound on this street. He turned here. He goes here. In about 15 minutes, they're like, are you sure it was a Ford truck? What color's the bike? This and that. We think we have a deputy. We think he found. He's pulling them over right now. It's a Ram truck though. It's not blue. I said a blue Ford truck. Shit going on. How you gonna properly describe these criminals? Hoopty. So whatever. I'm like, yeah, sounds about right, I guess. So they like, okay, we got him stopped. He's detained. What does the bike look like? Can you explain? I explained it to the T. They like, we got it. It's not a blue Ford. It's a black Ram. Here's the address. Come here to this gas station. Identify your bike. I get there, and it's my bike. I mean, I wanted to like shoot through the police windows at this kid. 23-year-old kid, I find out later. 23. I'm telling them like, look, this ain't the only bike. My car, I found out later, yes, my car got totaled out. The damages were far exceeded how much my car was worth. It's done. Okay, this is my bike. We got this one. Let's leave this here. Can we go to the last known? I'm checking. So this whole interaction, it doesn't sound like a short story, but from when I got that notification in my to my phone, a text message, to this time where we finally recovered, it's about 2.5 hours that went past. So yes, it took the police almost over 2 hours for them to get involved. Yes, in the city of Houston. Yes. because a high call volume at 5 in the morning. Well, why didn't you call family? Why didn't you? I don't have much family here, man. I moved here from Chicago pretty much by myself. I don't have any friends or family. I got some friends, or some people that I thought were friends. People, no one basically was ready and willing to help. While this is going, I posted in the Bike Life Houston groups, all the stunt groups. I posted on my Instagram, my Facebook. I don't have Snapchat, TikTok. I'm old. I don't have that. I just got Instagram and Facebook. All the groups I have, the motocross, everything. I posted my bikes. This has been stolen. Look out for this. One guy, my homie, he was one. There was one person who was just like, well, there was two people. One person, one of my close friends that he actually moved here from the Chicago area with me. Well, not with me, but I know him for a long time, way before I came here. He just lived like 40 minutes away, and he didn't have a vehicle at the time. So I would have had to drive 40 minutes that way and 40 minutes, maybe even longer back, probably like an hour back, because it was on the north side. I chased them way up north. I live on like the northwest and whatever. So it just wouldn't have been, I would have been losing time going to get him. And it was just like one other person, like one of my homies, like I just met, from riding and stuff, was like ready and willing to help. But like, you think people are your friends, you think y'all cool and locked in until some real shit happens and they make every excuse they have. Of course, there was some nosy inquiries like, oh, what happened, this and that, did you get them? Bikes get stolen way too often in Houston. No one reposted any of my posts. Like, that's what a lot of times I'll see it like, man, I feel for them. Man, I feel for them. You'll see like 10 reposts of the same post. Like, man, this happened to them, this happened to that. Now, one person reposted on Facebook and Instagram. No one was, there was actually a few strangers when it was said and done. When I was like, I'm stranded, basically, my car can barely move. I need to get my bike back home. Does anybody with a truck can help me? And there was like 3 strangers who was like, where's your location? Or I'm about to get off. We're like, I end up not needing them, but that's just how the bike community is. Strangers be willing to help, but like, when it's said and done, they wasn't there to help, bro. Like, I had nobody. That's why I'm just, for now on, I keep to myself a lot and keep it that way or whatever. I'm kind of an introverted person to keep to myself anyway. Y'all see me on YouTube more than other people see me, whatever. Anyway, the police basically told me I couldn't leave where I was at. We see that you have a firearm in your car. We not even gonna ignore that, pretend like we didn't see it. But they basically use that as like, yeah, we not letting you go and go do nothing dumb. We see how hot you is. But I'm like, can y'all at least send somebody over there? So they sent somebody over there to the 2 locations I gave them. They were like, well, we can't visually see the bike and we can't go in unless we got a warrant, whatever. I'm like, well, how about the location where the guy in his driveway where I ended up finding out later was his home, where he resides. My bike was there. Y'all can't go. His garage door is halfway up. I didn't even think to look in the garage. I just saw it from the outside. Whatever. You guys gotta go to warrant for his house? This is where he had my bike. Whatever. I did help some people get their bikes recovered, because what ended up happening, they checked the guy's GPS where he was headed to, and they went to their location and found several stolen bikes and cars. So even though he was an amateur taking a stolen bike to your house and running around the corner wherever he was and ran back to, and that's how I know there was somebody at that house that saw me and was like, hey bro, somebody's outside. You need to take off this bike, get it out of here, whatever. But whatever. They ain't come outside though. So yeah, somebody's stolen bikes got recovered. So I'm glad that helped. But long story short, the KX450 that you guys see me build and rebuild, that I worked 2 jobs for 6 months straight 4 years ago. Shout out my homies at Walmart, man. They saw me working hard, putting in the time. Like literally 2 jobs, 6 months. I worked 7 days a week. I didn't take a day off. And in that time, I counted. In that 6 months time, I took 7 days off, which were mostly holidays. The XR100 that you guys just saw me build. That's why I don't have a finished video of it, me showing a parts breakdown and all that, because it's gone. That bike, the wheels themselves were like $1,000, powder coated, brand new. I was planning on doing that with the 450, doing a whole new wheel set. I added up my damages and the property, just the bikes themselves. That was over $25,000. From the tools, who knows? That was another, probably a couple grand. My riding gear was at least $1,000 worth. The damage to my car being totaled out, that was almost another 10. So we're looking at around $38,000 in damages alone. Overnight. My bikes and my car, to be honest, that was my most prized possession, most valuable things I had. And the runner-up to that was my tools. Like I said, I'm in a lot of better place than I was. Still getting there. But like I said, I just want to bring awareness. Now my new place, I got cameras, motion detectors, motion alarms. Let's just say you're not getting in here or out here without me knowing that I'm out me. Yeah, it ain't gonna be easy. Don't use air tags, get real GPSs. I did end up eventually going back to the tire shop, whatever. I didn't, and nothing got recovered. About a week after that, I made the conscious decision that I was done. I was throwing my life away, and I told my closest friends to me, like, look, I'm going over there. I got unaliving on my mind. I don't care about making it out. I was willing to go out by whatever the police come. I was going to do what I had to do, and it was just like, I didn't want to be it no more. Like, when you lose everything, man, it's just, it ain't easy. And like I said, I know you can tell by this channel that bikes are my life, but when that is gone, you really realize it, because it's like, you check your emails, you seeing bike ads, Rocky Mountain, you're seeing YouTube, oh, somebody liked this video from your bike channel. You go on Instagram, you're seeing bikes. Facebook, you're seeing bikes. Like, and like I said, I pretty much spent my savings before this to get, you know, my tools. Then I had to dig deeper into my savings again. I couldn't stay there. That's why I moved here. I have a nicer, bigger apartment outside of Houston. I don't live in Houston no more. I'm not gonna say exactly where, but I'm in a greater Houston area, metropolitan area, whatever you want to call it, but not in Houston, man. Had to break my lease. That cost. Pay for the move, cost of the move, and a new lease, a new apartment, security deposit. That cost. The deductible for my 636 to get fixed was $1,000. And while I was in the shop, I got that infamous letter in the mail for the recall. So not only was my bike in the shop to get fixed that I had to pay $1,000 of my own money to get fixed. But, and not only did I find out that the parts were back ordered, this brand new bike, they don't carry these parts, a lot of the parts in-house, especially all the fingers and stuff. They did a number on my bike. Like 3,000, 4,000, I don't know what it was. But they did a number on it in just that small time. Like I said, this is being part of it, breaking my, drilling out the keyholes and taking the battery out and whatever they did with the seat and some of the other parts, they just flung them. It's probably lost on the side of the highway. But if you're watching this, a lot of time is going past. It took me months and months, 6 months. I was without my bike, my brand new bike. Because when it did eventually get fixed at the shop, it had to go back to Houston Motorsports for the recall. And now there's a second recall. A second recall. So Cowie, we're done. We're done. I miss my 450, but when I do get another bike, it ain't gonna be a Cowie. Of course, I don't have money to go buy a new bike right now. The 110 build is the only thing I have left because it was in my apartment as you guys saw me building it. I didn't even finish that series because mentally I wasn't there to finish it. So, but the bike is done. I'm trying to get rid of that one. People ain't buying bikes right now, so I'm probably gonna sell it for a lot less than it's worth. And yeah, pretty much done with bike builds for now. I do get my 636 back again because it's for the second recall. After not having it for 6 months, I only get to ride it for, like I said, this is a lot of time just went by. And the magic question that I know a lot of people, so what happened to the guy? I just like wasn't in my right mind, and still ain't exactly. I am doing a lot better. I didn't think I needed to keep up with the case. Like, I'm just thinking, they contacted me once and asked me what the DA did and asked me what I wanted to do. And I said, I want my shit back. If I can't get it back, I want the money back for restitution. Sending all the documents, all my receipts. If you guys watch my YouTube videos, I keep my receipts. I always show bike breakdowns, parts that I buy. I have receipts for everything. All the gear. The only thing I didn't have receipts for, which I now keep receipts for, is my tools. But I found out a month after the case was closed and done that this 23-year-old kid who changed my life with whoever he was with, whatever they did with the rest of my property, he deferred adjudication judgment with 2 years probation. Basically what that means, hold on, first, after only the second court date when they gave him bond, they dropped the aggravated assault, which was him ramming me in my vehicle, totaling it out. So everything to do with that, there's nothing I can do. Oh, I forgot a very important part. This nightmare has so many pieces to it that I keep forgetting. He hit my vehicle in a stolen truck that had no insurance. This is what the detective told me. The detective that blocked me later because I guess I was just asking questions about the case. Yes, he blocked me, the detective. But before he did, he told me the truck came back as stolen and it wasn't insured. What he didn't tell me that they had dropped the aggravated assault anyway, so I wouldn't have been able to get restitution even if I wanted to. And they didn't even tell me that they got dropped so that I can appeal it in a reasonable amount of time before the deadline passed. And I didn't even find out about the case being ended until the deadline passed for me to appeal the whole thing. So first they dropped the aggravated assault, which he was in a stolen vehicle, hit my car, totaling it out. I was actually just about to fix up the Mustang. I'm about to show this video, the last picture, like a week before. I just watched my Mustang for the first time in way too long, and I was like, yeah, she looked good. It's time to get her back to her glory. Now, since then, I fixed her up so she's drivable because I can't afford a new truck or a new car right now. But I'm not getting restitution for it. I only had liability insurance, which wasn't a good idea. But you live and you learn. Like I said, I'm trying to build awareness. Get real GPSs and get full coverage for all your valuables. Whatever. Make sure they're insured. Even your dirt bikes. You can get dirt bikes fully covered, and it's actually really cheap. Get full coverage. It'll help. Get cameras, get motion detector, get alarms for your garage. Please, if one person hears this and does it, I've accomplished the goal of this video, to help and spread awareness. Totaled out my car in a stolen vehicle. He could have and did cause injury. My back has been hurting ever since. My mental is gone. I ain't gonna say that, but mentally I'm not all there right now. But back to the verdict. 2 years of probation with deferred adjudication. That means no felony is on his record whatsoever. After these 2 years of probation is over, if he doesn't violate his probation, all charges get dropped, which is only a misdemeanor. Not even it's still a felony theft, but the felony theft can and will be dropped after 2 years of probation. And they granted me $1,000 in restitution. Then he has to pay $10 a month. I swear to God, y'all might not believe me. You might not even believe this whole story, but I can't make it up. I got all the receipts. I got all the pictures and the photos. This isn't a made-up story. I wish it was. Fuck you, all you guys who do all that bullshit clickbait, stolen bike, this and that, when your bike didn't really get stolen, because you guys don't know this, man. Y'all don't know that feeling. Y'all don't know that gut-wrenching feeling. You don't know coming back to an empty garage that's been full, that you can barely move around because you got all this. I'm just glad it was too hot to build the KLX 110 in the garage. They would have took that too. I get $10 a month in restitution. It gets greater later. That's what they say, right? It gets greater. Oh, brother. But yes, since I moved into a new apartment, it's a better apartment in a better neighborhood, that hopefully my neighbors don't steal. They won't, even if they try. It's not going to end well, and I don't want to do that. But don't push me. But I appreciate everyone. If you made it this far to the end of this crazy story, all my OG subscribers who've been there with me from day one, I'm thankful and grateful for it. I'm gonna forever keep all the old videos up, but I don't have no bikes in my garage anymore, except for this crusty LT80 that's still here that I never finished. I'm probably just gonna end up selling off and trying to get some money for parts to maybe go towards another bike. The scooter build that you guys saw that I never finished is still around. It's in parts. It's not worth nothing. So I'm probably just trying to get my $100-some back that I got invested into that. I've been working overtime at my job, but mostly that is going to replace tools and stuff that I need to make a living and that I would use to build bikes if I had them. I'm gonna get past this. Of course, I'm gonna get another dirt bike. I'm always gonna have a dirt bike. Eventually, my 636 will get out the shop and I'll get to riding. You know, it's Texas, so we can ride year round. But get greater later, they say. Push through this. Get cameras. Get real GPSs, get motion alarms, everything. Do what you can. I got an alarm that tells me if it like dings when somebody walks into my garage. Then I got another alarm that when you walk past, it screams. And there's several of those. So if you walk past the first of my garage, that's gonna scream. You walk past the second, third of my garage, you get to the back of the garage, that's gonna scream. I'm not gonna show them. I'm not gonna show the cameras I have. My trust issues, my paranoia is sky fucking high. And I'm not even that friendly. People don't even know where I lived. Like, I've been trying not to blame myself, but it's hard, bro. Like, I don't know. Cause I feel like there is more that I could have done, man. It is what it is, ain't what it ain't. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in, staying this long in this video. If you have, even when I did get my 636 back, like, it was just been a hassle to ride because I gotta take 17 chains off of it, turn off and deactivate 12 million alarms to get through my garage. It's just things you gotta do to protect your hard-earned value, but it's just ridiculous, bro. Even in this nice neighborhood, I'm paranoid, bro. Like, this ain't the way to live, but I'm gonna get past it. I'm gonna get through it. People have been through worse. This is the worst year, the worst loss, the most expensive whatever I've been through. And I'm gonna get through it. I'm gonna be a better person. I'm gonna be a stronger person. I'm gonna be more strong-willed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Go check out one of my videos. You'll get to see what the 450 looked like. I might post a video, a picture here, the updated Panda look. And I didn't even really get to show the final product of the, I think I did, might have shown the XR100, the final finished video. I don't know. I feel like I'm rambling on. This video is probably gonna be an hour long, who knows, but I just wanted to tell you guys what happened, why I haven't been posting, why this last year why you won't be seeing any videos in the future, so you won't be up in there. What happened to them? A lot of YouTubers and content creators just disappear. They don't say why. Like, in the mean-between time, I've been finding new things to occupy my time. I have been getting in better shape. If it looks like I'm slimming down, it's because I got my abs back. I'm not in football shape like I was, but this is actually the smallest I've been since, high school. December 2024, I was 218 pounds. I'm down to like 175 now. So, and that's because of my bicycle. If you see long hair, dark skin, that's my bicycle glasses right here. Guy hands me out like myself on a bike trail somewhere in Houston. That's me. That's what I do now. It's all I got left. Till I get my 636 back out of the shop. I just been putting in miles. I'm up to 7 miles. I could do 7 miles at a time now. I wish somebody would try to outrun me now. Good luck, Chuck. I'm on your ass. Good. I'm catching you. And if you know that I got wheels. Like, I'm a lot slower than I was. I ain't no, 4.4 speed like I was in football, but I'm probably 4.5 now, and I'm in shape. I'm back to golf. You probably see some of my clubs, my old clubs in the background. I just took some of these out of my bag because I just had too many clubs, but I've been back out golfing. If you don't know, I don't talk about it much, but I was a caddy for a decade and I golfed when I did caddy, so you know, that's a new hobby, not a new hobby, but a refreshed hobby that I've picked up to, you know, occupy my time since I ain't got no bikes to ride other than my bicycle. Fitness, eating healthy, reading. I've been reading more books now. Half price books in second sale. If you know, I don't buy new books because you can just buy used ones. But reading books, trying to eat healthier. Whether I eat healthy or not, you ride as much as I do on that bicycle, like you can't keep on no weight if you wanted to. Like I thought I had a tapeworm at first. I'm how fast that the weight was chopping off, but losing 50 pounds is crazy. And I'm proud of myself for doing it. Like I said, I'm gonna get back to it, back to it with Willie's and back to stunting. I do realize like the go fast stuff on the 636 may not be my thing. It's fun, but it ain't. It get real sketchy and scary real quick. But I would rather pop Willie's and stuff. So I'm gonna end up doing a full stunt build. But like I said, I just need to recover financially. I don't think y'all know how much money this costs. Like, I don't wish that. No, I ain't got no worst enemy, but if I did, I wouldn't wish nothing like this on my man. I make a good, honest living, but man, you can only save up your rainy day fund can only be so deep. And right now, the main goal is really to get a working vehicle. I need a truck, especially with having a bike and eventually getting vehicles. And it's just the Texas way, you know. I'm gonna miss my Mustang. It was good while it lasted. Like I said, I'm more into bikes now than driving fast anyway. So I'm not even looking for nothing crazy. I'm gonna just, you know, get something small. I want a coupe truck, you know, just a single cab truck. I like those, like a Tacoma, Ranger, F-150. Those is kind of what I'm looking at. But give me a nice little truck, eventually get another dirt bike, and we gonna be back. Just not back on YouTube, man. I never did it for money or anything. I never, like I said, I just wanted to help people and show people what I was up to, but I am sorry for the people that did like my videos, my regular subscribers, my regular viewers, all the people I did help. I'm glad I could help when I did, but it's that stage and that phase is over, man. Catch me on the bike trails, catch me on the golf course. Catch me at the stunt lot when I eventually stunt out my 636, and eventually, you know, within like a year or two, I'll be back on the dirt bikes and stuff. But like I said, I still have the KLX 110 I'm gonna be selling to get a truck or put money towards a truck or just put money towards my savings account. All I can do is laugh this off, people. All I can do is laugh it off. And it's crazy because I already wasn't having the best of years. It's just like, damn. But I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. I've covered pretty much everything. That's like a movie plot. You can't even make that up, bro. Like, I'm the nicest, most generous, loving, caring, helpful person you will ever meet. It just be like, why? Like, I hate to have that victim mentality. I'm not even making this video for to get no sympathy. Like I said, like, I'll get through it. But I just want to spread awareness. But it's just like, bad things happen to good people, so just hope for the best and prepare for the worst, man, is all I can end this video by saying. But it is what it is, ain't what it ain't. But thank you for coming to Rowdy's World, and goodbye to Rowdy's World. Legal?